After the reaction to the E3 reveal of the Avengers game, there were sure to be a lot of reactions to the gameplay reveal at this past week's Gamescom. The game looked really good for the most part. There are some things that I think that they can improve on, and so does Square Enix. Avengers editorial director Casey Lynch said the following in an interview with the PC Games Inn. Everything about the game is going to continue to change as we polish as we approach launch right now. But things that we've shown both at E3 and here, it's all been pre-alpha. There'll be changes, everything from the characters to a lot of what you see. And then a Square Enix spokesperson added, saying by changes, we're talking about polish. What we're doing is we're continuing to add detail to their character models. We're improving the lighting. We're improving the skin shading. So what you're hopefully seeing is the character continuing to look better as we get closer to launch. But in terms of changing character designs, that's not currently what we're looking at. If everyone remembers, after E3, there was some leaked footage and also with the trailer from E3, the gameplay. It didn't look good. The characters didn't look good. So that's what they're basically talking about right now. They're saying like, okay, maybe the character models wasn't the problem, the lighting and everything, the shading was the problem. So they're just trying to fix that. Seeing as this game is 9 months away, they do have plenty of time to work on this, plus more. But unfortunately, big companies like Square Enix don't change things unless you hurt their pockets. There are things other than Captain America's costume that need to be changed. You know, there are things like Captain America's, you know, costume. It looks like a police riot gear, you know, that needs to be changed, but they're trying to fix shading and lighting and stuff like that. I don't think that's really a big issue that they need to be focused on right now, but you know, that's what they think. But anyway, so for example, I haven't played it, but from the gameplay that was shown, Hulk looked incredibly slow. If this is an expansive universe, then I'm sure there will be a lot of roaming and he'll definitely need to be faster than that. If you looked at the gameplay that were revealed this past week, Hulk looks so slow, you know, and I feel like he needs to be faster, especially if you're going to be roaming around. If this is going to be an RPG type, Destiny type, Anthem type game, he needs to be faster than that. I'm not going to be running hundreds and hundreds of miles and he's running slower than a car. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't need to be. You know, he may be able to jump long distances, but sometimes people don't like jumping. You know, if he can fly, that's different. Like Iron Man, he can fly, but you know, Hulk, and plus in the comic books, he's faster than that anyway. So there's no need for him to be that slow. But you know, hopefully they do fix that. Also, you know, now this may be nitpicking, but I also think the impact of the enemies won't be satisfying enough. I've actually heard from people who played the game. They said the impact when you hit enemies, it doesn't give you that satisfying feel. Like when you hit them with Thor's hammer, it didn't look satisfying, and he said it didn't feel satisfying. And the comeback director or comeback producer or comeback designer from God of War, he's actually part of this project. And so, you know, I can actually tell, if you play God of War, you can actually see some of that with Thor. You know, when he throws his hammer, it sticks people to the wall, or when he, you know, pulls it back to him, you know, summons his hammer back. And also one cool detail that people haven't really noticed, I didn't notice until recently, that when Captain America hits the back of his shield, it's actually from God of War. Kratos does the same thing. So, you know, things like that just shows that he does have like a lot of influence on what he thinks will work with certain characters. And, you know, Captain America is going to be a defensive type, and, you know, they're making certain types of enemies and certain types of characters to be played with. This game itself is going to be an RPG type / expansive world type game, and, you know, it looks really good. There are things that needs to be changed, but like any other game, but it's looking good. I didn't have any doubts about it from the beginning, and I surely have a few doubts now, but nothing that won't keep me from buying this game. So, you know, if you want to see anything, you know, Avengers related, I do have another Avenger reaction video I did at E3. You can look at that. Should be annotated on the screen at this point. But you know, if you do enjoy all things PS4 and Avengers related, hit that like button and subscribe. But this time until next time, as always, you rule.
Is it sad that I find validation in acing a lunatic's challenge? 'Cause I really do.